Today we're going to be talking about the best venues, outdoor venues, according to Deyla, who's a great photographer in Portland. So the best outdoor venues that you may want to consider if you're looking to get married outdoors in the Portland area.
Gosh, okay. So a couple of my favorites, off the top of my head that and not in any particular order of like most favorite. It's just,
Yep,
we have,
different.
Oregon has a lot of beautiful outdoor venues that is offered. But I just, like for instance, so Black Walnut Inn, I don't know if you guys know about the Black Walnut Inn, is one of my top faves because it's got kind of that French countryside kind of feel, but also very intimate. So you can't have a very
Mhm.
large wedding. This is the thing. So it's got to be, I think they cap it at 75.
I'll do some
Don't,
research and I'll double check it and I'll drop that
okay,
number on the
thanks.
screen.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
I'm not exactly sure, but anyways, it's a smaller guest list. You could stay on site. Actually, I believe that they require you to rent out the entire building, which is this
Mhm.
really pretty, kind of Frenchy, French, Spanish, whatever kind of countryside building. And, it's beautifully decorated inside. There's, a little turnaround area where there's a fountain, there's a beautiful view. I mean, it's just a really pretty, quaint, intimate area to get married. And it's definitely one of my faves. But yeah, a couple things is, smaller guest list, and also you have to stay on site. So
Okay.
when you can't just rent the outdoor venue, you have to rent the whole thing. So budget wise, it's on the higher end kind of budget. I would
Mhm.
think for venue. So
Yep.
if that helps. Another one of my top faves is Lewis and Clark College. A lot of people that maybe aren't from here are familiar with like Lewis and Clark College, like a college campus,
Sounds weird to recommend college. I'll be showing photos right now. So if you're watching if you're watching this on YouTube, you're seeing visually what we're talking about and why
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
pro Lewis and Clark.
yeah. So Lewis and Clark it definitely has a vibe. It's very kind of that English garden, I guess,
Hmm.
feel, but with it has like a reflection pool. Again, the outdoor area, you can have a really large guest list. I don't even know like how big you can get because it's so
Hmm.
open there. There's a lot of different pockets where you can have like your ceremony and reception as well. You can have cocktail hour, usually around the reflection pool is really beautiful. It's just a beautiful, there's water features, there's, beautiful rocks, rock kind of formations and walls, and beautiful plants coming through that and stuff. It's just a really beautiful venue. And definitely one of my faves. And it's really a lot of times I've seen a tent, down there's a bottom area, a big open grassy area where a lot of people have their receptions, outdoor reception. And it's tented and stuff like that. But it's just beautiful. The whole view is gorgeous. So it
Yep.
is surrounded by lots of trees and things like that. So you still get that really lush green Oregon feel. Very beautiful. One of my definitely top faves. Another one is Waverly Country Club.
Yep.
The only thing, which I know, Craig, that's one of your faves too. It is on the water. It has both indoor and outdoor kind of options.
Yeah.
It's got that beautiful, like classic vibe, kind of like a little retro 60s country club kind of thing, like the stripes on the overhang of the windows in the back, the
Hmm.
pool, all that kind of stuff. But the white pillars and everything like that too. Just a really beautiful location. And there's also again pockets of sections where you can get married. You can get married right in front of the tree. There's this, I don't know if it's oak tree or whatever, on the grounds, and then also go inside and have the reception in there if you want to or whatever. It's very versatile, which I love, and it definitely has that vibe that I like. So, but the only downfall is you do have to be a member,
Yeah.
or you could be sponsored by a family member or friend, I think. So if you're
So go
sponsored,
hang out by the gate and make some friends as people go in.
yeah, totally. Like I have, a few weddings where they're not necessarily members, but maybe their grandmother's a member and they're sponsoring, or, their aunt, uncle and aunt kind of thing. So they're sponsoring. So, but yeah, so you can't just anybody just, go book that venue. You have to be a member or know somebody that is. So
Great.
that's anything. Via Catalana Cellars, kind of this little hidden destination location, I think, in the middle of Oregon City, which not even in the middle, it's like kind of the outskirts, I guess. But you would
Hmm.
never guess that this place is there because so how I found it years ago, it was called something rare plant research. Do you remember, Craig?
Is this the one with the dragon?
Dragon?
Or no?
Oh,
The
don't
dragon by the
know.
water?
No, I don't think
Okay.
so.
I'm mixing
Maybe.
them up in my head.
I'm trying to think. I'm like, I don't know if I've seen a dragon. Although that would
Villa
surprise
Cata,
me.
Villa
Catalana
Cata.
Cellars. Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of like your little Spanish Italian maybe cross architecture. It looks very destination, like you're, somewhere else. The website, I have to admit, is not great. So the owner, they need to get on that. But it's a very kind of casual way of booking. So their website's not great, their Instagram's not great. So you really have to Google search, weddings that have been done there because
Yeah.
that's really the only way you're going to find it. So
Yep.
but there's plenty of parking. There's beautiful areas to get married. There's like this, oh gosh, what's it called? Like a, I'm trying to blank in the little, like a stone kind of with flowers kind of hanging down, but you can put your reception in that. It's like these pillars, beautiful. The architecture is stunning, but it's funny. It used to be like this, just a rare plant research facility. And then they had built this house and had been working on building this for almost 20 years and then have just done family weddings there. And then they opened it to the public. And now it's definitely, it's gorgeous. It has lots of little perks, little hidden perks in there. Yeah.
I was right.
So if you want
It does
that vibe.
have the dragon.
It does?
Yeah. So if
Where's
you're
the
across
dragon?
the water looking back at the facility, right? Because when I was there, I shot a wedding where we did the ceremony across the water and then the reception kind of off to the left under the kind of pillars. But then when you look back at the building, there's bottom left up against the rock bank is like a rusty artwork dragon. Kind of feels a little out of place. With
a little medieval
aesthetic, yes. So, but yeah,
I've
it's
never
always
seen
like
that.
it's very beautiful, but I always just think of the dragon. Yeah, you'll have to look it up.
Yeah, I shot one of their very first when they went out in the public to weddings there. And
you're the OG.
And from there, I was the OG. Yeah, I was hooked. But I haven't been out there in a long time because I think they're not getting a lot of
momentum for attracting brides.
Yeah, SEO. Yeah. They're not getting a lot of traffic. They may not do as many weddings a year.
You can book a wedding there. You tell them thank you that we did a video for them highlighting them.
Exactly. Here's some little SEO juice for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would say those four, just off the top of my head, are some of my top favorites, just from the aesthetic in general. You could definitely have that kind of black tie feel at all of those, especially Lewis and Clark and Black Walnut Inn. So, and Waverly, of course.
Yeah, I'll make a
Via
note just about
Catalana Cellars, you could go all the way.
With Waverly, the nice thing about Waverly, I was just there a weekend or two ago for a wedding. The couple really wanted that outdoor ceremony, right in front of the oak tree. And
of course. It is oak. It is an oak tree?
I think it is.
Okay.
It's beautiful.
It's a big tree.
I remember Kim did an installment there on that tree, and it was just like, I don't think I've shot a wedding since where I've seen somebody do it that well. Anyway, she did a killer
like up
set.
The trunk, kind of. I think I saw your
wrapped, and so
I think I saw that wedding you did.
It's just like it's like
that is
what a great
beautiful.
way to add a touch to that tree. But the couple that I shot there, they wanted to have that outdoor ceremony, and of course they just ended up with the one rainy weekend, like in July or whatever it was. And it's just like, and so the nice thing about that is with that, it wasn't the biggest of deals. Granted, it was a lot of work for the wedding planner to like do the switch. I mean, they literally had set up the chairs, and they got rained on. They had to dry all the chairs off. But it's just nice that it's like, great, hey, it's raining, let's move it in. That was our recap of, was it 4?
I think so.
4 outdoor venues that are
4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
The best, according to Deyla Huss. If you want to know more about Deyla, because she loves shooting those locations, and her team does, so it could be her or her team, you can find her at Deyla Huss Photography, so Deyla Huss, Huss photography.com, or on Instagram at Deyla Huss Photo. Thanks so much, Deyla.
Awesome. Thank you.